there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo with thepaperpixie.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And in today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable little tea bag gift box that perfectly holds 3 tea bags. How cute is that? I'd love to give credit to fellow German demonstrator Petra Rosenbaum. I love her projects. I can't even tell you how much I love her projects. She just recently did this box, and so I fell in love with it and went to work trying to convert the measurements so that I could make this box and show you how to make it in English. So thank you, Petra. Love your inspiration, and let's go ahead and get started. We're first going to start with a piece of lemon lime twist that measures 3 inches by 8 3/4 inches. And I'm also going to use 2 pieces of Peekaboo Peach that measure 3 1/16 by 3. Using the Simply Scored along the 8 3/4 inch side of the lemon lime twist, we're going to go ahead and score this at 3 1/8, 3 3/4, 6 7/8, and 7 1/2. And then for the 2 Peekaboo Peach pieces, you want to work on the 3 inch side. And we're going to score this first at 3/8, 1 1/8, 1 7/8, and 2 5/8. Then I'm going to just flip the paper and score this at 3/4, at 1 1/2, and 2 1/4. We're going to repeat that with the other piece. Now we have pretty simple score lines there on the lemon lime twist, and then you'll see that we have this kind of accordion scoring on the Peekaboo Peach. So first, let's go ahead and fold and burnish on our score lines on the lemon lime twist. And then on the Peekaboo Peach, we want to go ahead and fold on the score lines in a zigzag pattern, fold and burnish on each one. Okay, now that we have those folded and burnished, you can just fold them in a zigzag pattern there and just reinforce those folds. All right, I'm going to put those 2 aside. Now on the lemon lime twist piece, we're going to go ahead and round the corners using the reverse punch on the envelope punch board. And I'm rounding the corners on this small section here. That's going to be our little flap for the front of the box. We're going to do the same thing on a piece of Tutti Frutti Designer Series paper. Let me quick show you how beautiful this pack of paper is and how fun with all these fruits and then really cool patterns on the back side. So we're going to go ahead and round the corners on this small piece, and this piece measures 2 7/8 by 1 1/8. So we've rounded those corners. All right, and then I have 2 more pieces of the Tutti Frutti Designer Series paper, and these measure 3 inches by 2 7/8 inches. So we're going to start to put our Designer Series paper on here. I'm going to go ahead and place the DSP here on the front flap and this middle section. This is going to be the front of our box, the back of our box, and then we're going to wait because we're going to put some magnets before we glue this last piece down. Okay, now what we're going to do is take magnets that I ordered from Spider Magnets, and these measure 8 millimeters by 1/2 millimeter. They're super thin. I'm going to pick up a glue dot, stick it to the back of the magnet, and then we're just going to put that on the back side of our little flap here. Okay, then take the other magnet and gently drop it on that other magnet so that the positive and negative lines up. I'm going to grab another glue dot, place that on top of this second magnet. And then here's a trick to make sure that these line up. I'm going to fold on that first score line flat, and then we're going to fold on the second score line flat. And that's just going to ensure using our score lines to square up the box and put that magnet right where we want it. Now we can go ahead and adhere this last piece of DSP. Okay, so the base of our box is ready. Now we're going to put together the accordion sections to put the tea bags in. I'm going to use tear and tape adhesive for this, and I'm going to go ahead and place the tear and tape and then show you where. You want to make sure that your accordion fold is kind of in this W shape, the W shape facing up, and I'm going to start with that first section and place a strip of tear and tape. Okay, so I've got tear and tape on both sections in this manner, so every other one, and then we've got two next to each other. And then I have 4 pieces of Peekaboo Peach that measure 3 1/16 by 2 7/8. So I'm just going to start with one section of the accordion side, and we're going to start with that first strip of tear and tape. Making sure that you've got the right side of the Peekaboo Peach, because you'll see the one side is just slightly shorter. And you're going to line that up and you're going to go just about to the score line, but not all the way. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing on the next strip. And then this last section, just remove the backing and just fold it back over that piece. So one side of it is done. Okay. So now we're going to take this, I'm going to turn it this way. So you've got your double tear and tape on the right side. And we're just going to start from the left in a very similar pattern. So start with the bottom layer. Go almost to the score line, but not quite. About a 1/16 of an inch off. Now, for this next one, what I found to square this up nicely is to fold on those score lines. So kind of fold that accordion. And that should help you, folding on the accordion on this left side as well, and lining up that paper as best we can before pressing it into place, just to try to keep this paper as straight as we can. So again, just keep moving down the line. There we go. Then you just go ahead on this last flap, or this last section, fold it back on itself. And that is the mechanics of the inside. How cool is that? All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to start by adhering it to the front of this box. So let me just dry fit it for you and show you. Starting with the front, and it doesn't really matter which side you adhere to the front. Totally up to you. I kind of like having this flatter side being towards the front. So I'm going to take tear and tape and run that right along the edges there. And go ahead and remove the backings. And then we're going to take some liquid glue, and I'm just going to kind of zigzag it in that middle section. I'm going to be pretty liberal with the glue here. All right, so now what you want to do is lining that up, and be careful because you do have the tear and tape here. You want to do your best of just lining it up. It should fit just right in that section there. And press into place. Now what I like to do is take my bone folder and place it right in that accordion there and press down for the tear and tape. And then I'll just take my bone folder and put it inside that bottom section and just press down to make sure that that liquid glue adheres. All right, so I've got one side glued. Now we're going to repeat the same thing to glue the other side. And then I like to just fold this up to meet. And then press into place. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want this bottom base to collapse, but then use your bone folder to press that tear and tape into place. Again, just kind of placing it in that accordion there. And then I can go on the inside section and press down with my bone folder. And there we have it. So now we can go ahead and put our tea bags in. And I'm using Tazo tea. They fit really nicely in here. They measure about 2 5/8 by 3 inches, but they'll fit really nicely in this box. There we go. Now we've got a little magnetic closure. So cute. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to use Daffodil Delight and the stamp set Lemon Zest. We're also going to use the coordinating Lemon Builder Punch and the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. So the first thing I'm going to do is with my Versamark, we're going to go ahead and emboss this using clear embossing powder. Super cool. Look at that clear embossing on the yellow. I'm going to go ahead and punch that out with the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Then using my paper snips, I'm just going to cut this little lemon slice in half. You might as well make 2 projects. You've got 2 lemon slices. And next we're going to stamp the leaves in Lemon Lime Twist on Lemon Lime Twist for a tone-on-tone effect to give those leaves some texture. Then we're going to punch out those leaves one by one using the Lemon Builder Punch. All right, then I'm just going to take a little bit of liquid glue and put that right on the leaf with the stem. And I'm going to glue this other leaf right on top of that stem. And we'll put a couple dimensionals on the back of the lemon slice. I'm just going to put liquid glue on the back of those leaves. Put them off to the side here. Then we'll pop that little lemon slice there in the corner. And there we have it, a super cute tea bag gift box featuring the Tutti Frutti Designer Series paper. It holds 3 tea bags and would just be a beautiful gift to give to a friend or even to keep tea bags in your purse. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss my next video. If you're in the US and you're interested in purchasing any of the products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post for all project details and dimensions. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. And I'd love to welcome you as a new subscriber to my newsletter as well as my daily blog updates. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.